everybody, welcome back to Starkey Farmstead. So I'm out here getting ready to put my cantaloupe transplants into the soil. Yes, I know, a little late in the year. Gotta have pace sometimes, guys. I'm just running behind. But I really want to show you guys how this clay soil has already amended. Now this will be our second season growing no-till, heavy mulch in southeast Louisiana. And I just want to show you guys how beautiful the soil already is. As you can see, I punched my hole because I am still using this. My soil is so compacted, but look at that. Look at that. Now this whole area had plenty of tomatoes growing. We pulled up the ones that were diseased and just didn't show a lot of growth. But look how beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. And that's what it's about. Look at that. Look at the size of that earthworm. Come on. Just needs to get back in the soil. Now my husband did come through here and weed eat where the grass had broke through, because in this part of the garden, and I told you that before, you can see all the extra growth. We did not have time to tarp it. Look at the difference out here. That heavy mulch where it's already been tarped. It killed out the grass and the weed seeds before it could come and grow. This area wasn't that lucky. Now, as you move down, because like I said, I'm doing cantaloupe, so I went ahead and gave them 3 to 4 feet. This is the kind of soil we have. Look at that clay. All right, so in this area, obviously there was nothing planted and the soil didn't have any roots breaking it up, aerating it naturally. So it's lacking. Still very clay, very tacky. This area is better. It's better, but it's still very tacky. Look at that. What that tells me is when it rains a lot like it does in South Louisiana, that's going to hold a lot of moisture. So the best thing for me to do in the fall is to go ahead and put plants right here that really like the water. Cantaloupe happens to be one of those plants. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna trellis my cantaloupes. I'm gonna get them up this trellis, like I said, that had the tomatoes on it. And from that point, now that I've got my holes in, I've already got my rabbit manure, my compost, my worm castings mixed up in my wheelbarrow. I'm gonna bring it over here. I'm gonna fill these holes. I'm gonna go get my transplants. I'm gonna pop them in. I'm gonna side dress very thick, like very thick, all the way around the plant, right? I'll show you a couple of still shots of that. I'm hoping you guys are, you can do this without me walking you all the way through it. But look behind me. That's one zucchini. It just keeps on. It just keeps on. Let me show you a couple other things that I'm just really impressed with in this first year no-till garden in southeast Louisiana. People kept telling me, you can't do it. You'll never be able to do it. I'm kind of one of those people, if you tell me I can't and you can't back it up with anything truly scientific, and I don't mean woke science, I mean really scientific, I'm going to give it a shot. So let me show you this one cucumber plant that has been going now right at 5 months. Look at the new growth on that. I just gave this a foliar feeding of rabbit urine, some garlic, some hot peppers. I sprayed it really well. Look at the cucumbers on this. And you can see the older areas. I need to get back in there again and trim them off, just like I do my squash plants. Look at the stem on the squash plant. Look at the new growth way out there. So yeah, my original yellow summer squash is still producing for me. And all I keep doing, guys, is just cutting off all the dead growth. And look, I mean, we got hit hard with squash vine borers. I mean, we really did here at Starkey Farmstead. Check out our video on Vaseline and Louisiana hot sauce. You want to know how I kept my squash going? I know everybody's like, dig out the larvae, and you gotta dig it, you gotta cut the stem open. Don't do any of that. You dump some Louisiana hot sauce into that hole, and you pack that hole full of Vaseline, and between burning its little soft body and suffocating it, that larva is coming out. And I have proof because of a video. So I'm gonna show you one more quick section of video here on how our transplants did when I brought out the okra the other day. Remember, transplant in the evening. It is probably getting really close to 6 o'clock, so I need to speed this up. I got a lot to do. Just want to show you this line of okra transplants, and you'll see some sun damage, but they're really hanging in there. So you guys, if you have not liked, commented, or subscribed, please do. We have a goal to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. I had to push it back, but we're almost at 800. We've been doing this 3 months and 3/4 of a month, so almost 4 months. We've been a YouTube channel. We are a 2-acre, debt-free, homestead-exempt farmstead located in southeast Louisiana in St. Helena Parish. We use an alpha and omega regenerative farm model where we bring in very few inputs and we continually produce outputs. We have small livestock, a 1/4-acre market garden. We're living our best life here at Starkey Farmstead. We ask you guys to row in our boat. We would like to row in yours. So let me show you our okra, and then I have to go, guys. It's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day, everybody. God bless America. Let's look at this okra. The okra transplants that I put in the other day. Remember I told you I was going to pull the hay back up and back around them. See this little guy? Looks a little sick, but you know what? My dad's philosophy is on that, leave it alone. You'd be amazed at what will make it. So this, and you can see here, the sun went ahead and annihilated the leaves. That's okay. Leave the stem, guys. Once the roots establish and the stem is still intact, it will regrow. This is a little pumpkin that I slipped in the middle of my okra. Now these are my newer ones. I put them in about a day behind the others. And I'm gonna water them later. But they're really doing well. Like, I'm pleasantly surprised. This one was really tiny. Do you notice what I did? I used the hay to kind of shield. You can do that. If you're interested in the type of farming that we do here at Starkey Farmstead, check out our playlist, guys. We have so much content on sustainable loop systems, on debt-free farming, on increasing your profit while decreasing your debt. You can do this. You can do this. God has already given you everything that you need in your hand right now to get started. A lot of people say, you better own your land. I don't have this. You have pots. Let me tell you something. You don't go get a homestead and then learn how to homestead. You start preserving food in your kitchen where you're at right now. You start visiting and touring farms right now. You go and offer a work day on a homestead or a farmstead for free. You start when they start, you end when they end, and you learn, guys, before you get into this life. It's not for everybody. It's not. I encourage you to do it if this is your dream and the vision that God gave you. Just know, when you start this journey, it's all day, every day. I go to bed thinking about what I got to do the next day. I wake up, and I will tell you guys this. Never in my life have I been more productive, more focused, more joyful, or more at peace with myself and my situation than ever before when I finally found my true purpose. So I encourage you, whatever vision God gave you, you are uniquely qualified to see that vision out. But guys, if you don't start, you will never finish. Here they are, guys. Cantaloupe officially transplanted. Last thing I need to do is water. Yes, I do have a watering system. I'm aware of that. I haven't had to use it in months in Louisiana. We've been too wet. So just to show you guys, I am very thin on mulch through this area, which is a good thing. That means it, went back into the soil. Now, it's so humid in Louisiana right now. For the ones of you who watch us regularly, that watch most of our videos, recently I just did a video where I mixed rabbit urine, garlic, hot peppers. Then I pruned these tomatoes that I wanted to keep really hard. And let me show you guys, if you watched that video, you remember, I don't know if you call them leaf-footed bugs, stink bugs. It was kind of a combination. Babies everywhere. Let me show you how good the tomato plants look today. The ones I was able to save. Same ones you guys saw in the video. Okay? Look at that. I did side dress with compost, rabbit manure, worm castings. Now, if you look right here, you see them? I still have somewhat of an infestation, and I may for a while. The best I can do is just continue to kill them by hand. Get them off of these plants. I'm not going to use anything toxic. In the end, that works against you. It does not work for your good. So, worm castings, rabbit manure, compost. So I did want to show you that, you know, that combination will deter the pests. There were no adult stink bugs or leaf-footed bugs on those plants I just showed you. A couple of juveniles, I squished them with my hand as par for the course. We thank you guys for watching all the way through, seeing our updated information. Honey, tell your subscribers hello.
Hello, the gnats are bad.
Yeah, they are. So are the love bugs. He thought he was going to get Labor Day off.
I don't get a day off.
No. Thanks, Pastor King, for letting the guys at Lion King off, because Stephen got a full day's work at Starkey Farmstead with me. Thank you guys for watching. God bless you. Have a great remainder of your Labor Day. All right, if you have watched this far, let me explain something to you guys that I just realized. China is suggesting to their farmers to totally replant their fall crops. All right, so China's a communist country, so when they, sorry about the bra straps, I apologize, that's so tacky, but I'm sorry. Anyway, China's a communist country, okay? So when they suggest to their farmers, hey, replant your fall crops, you didn't produce enough. That's bad. India is trying to decide right this minute whether or not they're going to export any more rice to the world. Their yields were that low. If you had a garden in the summer and the spring and they didn't yield very much, guys, and you're like, I'm done for the year, please don't be that way. Get something into the ground. Yes, it's September. That means some of you in other states, I don't know what your growth season is, but here in Louisiana, we have no excuse. We can still pull a fall crop. I don't care if you're growing onions and garlic. I don't care. Carrots. I don't know. Whatever you want. Whatever you want. Get some food out of the ground. You can preserve it. You can freeze it. You can trade it. You can eat it. You can sell it. Guys, listen, here in Louisiana, we have some of the most fabulous rice growers. I've done classes with them. Amazing young people going into farming just to raise rice, okay? That's like a heritage crop for Louisiana. And here we are buying cheap rice from third world countries and not supporting our locally grown, Louisiana certified growers. Please pay the $5. Get Louisiana rice. These farmers, young, old, black, white, Asian, I don't care. But these Louisiana rice growers need your support right now more than they have ever needed it in the past. Support them now so they have the money to get a spring crop out of the ground for Louisiana. Because guys, if we don't, when the rice crisis hits worldwide, Louisiana should be able to feed our own state with what we can grow right here. But because you guys won't support them, because you want cheap rice, and I understand that. But if you know somebody locally that's growing bell peppers and you go to the store every day or, 3 times a week and you buy a couple of bell peppers, stop. Go buy the local farm and support them, because right now we farmers need your support more than we ever have. My electric bill is through the roof. Thank you, God. We have the money to pay it. But come on, guys. When the crisis hits and you can no longer get food from around the world, you're going to be looking at people around you now. You're going to be like, now I want to support you. Guess what? I have a list of people that support me. Yes, I do. Whether you have bought rabbits for me, and thank you guys for that. Chickens for me, thank you for that too. If you buy pickled quail eggs, if you come pick up a couple of onions, if you come down and say, hey, Sam, I need some bell peppers. I don't care. You come to me and you're like, hey, I need some rabbit manure. Hey, I need some worm castings. Hey, I want some rabbit urine. You know what? I know who those people are. I know the ones who have been coming for 2 years now, driving an hour and a half, Melanie, to come to me one way to pick up worm casting, plants, rabbit manure, because she believes in what I do. And she supports somebody that works so hard to give a clean, nutrient-dense product. Guys, let me tell you, that list of people, when they call me, when food is so expensive and so hard to get, and they say, hey, Sam, do you have, I will say, yeah, I do. For you, I do. Absolutely do. But for the ones of you that pass me every day and you go down and you support the local grocery store, I sell there too, so technically you're buying my stuff anyway. But you pass me up and you're going to be hungry. And you know what I'm going to say? You've never supported me. You've never even stopped by and looked at the farm. I live with 22,000 people in my entire community. You can't really miss me. I'm all over YouTube and Facebook like every single day. Sit on the 4-H advisory board. I'm up the local grocery store. I'm talking to the sheriff. I'm a noisy neighbor. Literally a noisy neighbor. So all I'm saying, guys, is find somebody near you that grows, even if they grow as a hobby, and go pay them. They're not going to want you to at first. They're going to be like, oh, no, just let me bless you. Don't you dare. Especially if they're elderly. Don't you dare. You pay them market price, what you'd pay at Walmart for those vegetables, and you bless those people. And here at Starkey Farmstead, we can accept every form of payment that you can imagine. So guys, all I'm telling you is times are fixing to get hard. You had better become best friends with your local farmers. And I mean it. When I go into town and I see Muse 3 Farms selling their ground beef, guess what I'm buying? Their ground beef. So when the day comes that it's $22 a pound, I can call Muse 3 Farms and be like, hey, do you have any extra beef? You know what I'm saying? Because I supported you when it was still affordable. That's what I'm saying. Like, know your farmers. Why would you be okay getting food from people that you've never seen in countries that don't follow the same standards of care that we do here in the United States? Locally grown. Certified Louisiana certified. We are also agro-tourism certified for Louisiana. What does that mean? Homeschooling parents, public schools, private schools, churches, senior citizens, grow clubs, you can come and tour. We're covered by the Louisiana agro-tourism laws. So you guys have a blessed night. I tried to go inside, it's dark in there. I still have to cook supper. I hope to see you in a couple of days. We're very busy planting pumpkins and finishing up canning Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we have children's church Wednesday night. Might be Thursday before I throw another video out there, which is a good thing because I'm tired. But I'm happy, guys. So be blessed, be prosperous. Everything that your hands touch will multiply. You've got this. Just get started, guys. Just get started.